going on, my man?
I want to welcome to the stage Mr. Jabari Hall. Let's give it up for Mr. Hall, everybody.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an influential, downright powerful motivational speaker. And I speak in different cities across the country to youths like you about thinking positive in life and dreaming big. Yeah. So when I found out that we had the Graduates Over Guns rally today, I told myself that I gotta be here. I told Mrs. Suleiman that I have to be here to share some words for you guys. First off, congratulations to the graduates. Can we get a round of applause for the graduates, please? I want to share a few stories. I only got about 4 or 5 minutes. I can speak forever though. But I wanted to share this. A couple fun facts. Over 10,000 people have died last year due to gun violence. If we look at that, per day, it's about 50 people from gun violence. Chicago alone, this year, has killed 200 people from gun violence. And over 1,400 have been shot. So much so that there is a shot clock in Chicago where people get shot every 2 hours. So much so that I feel like we're trying to break a record here. We're trying to master the art of gun violence here. When in reality, we have to understand that there's already masters existing. And it comes in the form of degrees. A master's in education, a master's in engineering, a master's in mathematics, a master's degree that all my graduates should be striving for. So let's try to master our degrees rather than mastering the guns. That's why I live by this quote from Jimi Hendrix. And it says that when the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace.
Well, as reference to what you said was very powerful in the fact that all this is about love. And love only exists, hate only exists in the absence of love. And that's where it starts. Showing love, and that's what these kids need. They need that support. And that's one of the things that, we're here today, and what you did on stage was powerful. You planted that seed, some will water, but God will get the increase. And I just thank you for what you did, for the young ladies and young gentlemen here today.
I'll say that one more time. When the power of love overcomes the love of power, the world will know peace. I want peace. I live for peace. We can achieve peace. I know there are a lot of us here that are subject to gun violence, that know a family member that has died at the hands of gun violence. And what happens is we sometimes don't want to talk about it, we don't want to hear about it, but it's a fact and it's reality. And it will hit your front door at some point. And I want my graduates, I want the folks here to understand, it's a topic that we need to discuss. We need to continue to discuss. We need to strive for peace. We can accomplish it. We can accomplish it. Why? Myself, I'm a man of God, walking in his light. And he says, and Jesus says, that man believes in the possible, but God believes in the impossible. So therefore, I'm going to believe in what some would say is the impossible. And that is decreasing the gun violence. That is increasing the graduates. It's possible. And we see it being evident today by our graduates. So let's try to get more peace. Let's try to get more graduates. Myself, I was born in Trinidad and I was raised and built in Brooklyn, New York. I grew up during the 90s and I grew up really, really, really poor. I ate bread and water alone. I used to eat baking soda. I used to pour out cereal and roaches would fall out. I would pick them up and drop them on the floor because I had to eat my cereal. I grew up where I had to save my school lunch for dinner. I recycled 2 jeans and 4 shirts every week. I had $2 allowance. I grew up really poor and hard in Brooklyn, New York. And I grew up around a lot of gun violence. So much so that I am fortunate enough to see many days after those crazy nights. But one thing I had to realize in my life, that I had to be the change first. Before I could try to go out there and ask for change and demand change, I had to be that change. I had to go out there and get my education. I had to go out there and get a full scholarship to Penn State University. I had to go out there and make 6 figures. I had to go out there and now inspire the world to understand that no matter what walk of life we come from, if we understand that we need to be the change, if we understand that we can be the change and we can impact change, then again it's all possible. So believe me when I say again, it is all possible. And I thank the graduates today. You will remember today. I hope we all remember today, and I thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you. Y'all, let's give it up for Mr. Hall one more time. Great words of encouragement.